It's nothing like seeing a mallard duck in that blue sky just fold up from 150, 200 yards high and just Superman it right into the hole.
The memories that I've made through Ducks Unlimited and just getting out and hunting, memories I'll cherish forever.
It does my heart some good to know that from a conservation standpoint, we're helping get these birds south healthy and getting them back north healthy.
This rivals some places that's 50 to 100 years old. That's how special this place is.
As hunters and outdoorsmen, we get to see things that most people never see.
To be on the marsh and watch the world wake up and the change in the movement habits of wildlife.
Waterfowl hunters are a special breed of crazy.
I mean, you're gonna go out there and get your teeth kicked in 9 out of 10 days.
Get them.
You're one hook, you're one spin, you're one turn away from something you're never gonna forget.
But seeing those ducks decoy and seeing that acrobatic moves in the air is something I never get tired of.
It's like the epitome of puddle duck hunting.
And when I'm outside chasing birds, and I'm never more in the moment than right then.
And seeing how all of that ties together, that's still something that I think really grabs every single hunter and fisherman I know.
Ducks Unlimited Television is presented by Drake, the waterfowl company.
Hello, Betsy Newell here for Ducks Unlimited TV. Ruste Via has a dream. Not your typical tropical island dream. No, this island provides food and rest for thousands of waterfowl trading up and down the Mississippi River. This island is a wintering home and hunting destination all wrapped up in one incredible wetland and waterfowl conservation package. Co-host Fred Zink joins Ruste Via on his Island 34 paradise, hunting ducks and learning what makes this dream a reality. All next on DUTV.
So on this week's episode of Ducks Unlimited TV, we're in Tennessee at Island 34, the home of Ruste Via and his family. We got invited to this hunt actually last year. We couldn't make it, but after talking to Rusty for over about a year and a half, we started to realize that this place was something very special, and we wanted to make sure our timing was perfect. Yep. Way to go, boys. Sniper right here.
So hunting's had a major impact on my life. All I had is acres and acres and acres of farmland to go tromps around on and build tree houses and forts. And when I was old enough to wield a gun, go hunting. And so the wildlife's always been like my brother and sister, so to speak, because that's what I hung out with, chasing deer, chasing coyotes, heck, beavers, trapping. Outdoors was a huge part of my childhood. And so I don't know where I'd be today if I didn't have all that. As a young man, it helped mold me into a person that appreciates what God has given us and what God has done. I look at the wildlife every day. If you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, you watch that sunrise and you watch the squirrels wake up and the ducks wake up and the geese wake up, and you know at that point in time we just didn't happen. You know, this was all intentional, and man, what a blessing it's been.
Yep. You got it. So islands like right here at Island 34 and land in this area all the way from the Mississippi River, all the way up to the Ohio River, the Missouri, the Illinois. If you look at how those rivers come together, that is it's the artery of migration. When you look on a map and you look at the Mississippi Flyway, there's a reason why it's like this. Because as they get further down south, all these river channels. And when these ducks migrate, a majority of them follow the rivers. It's like a duck highway.
Ducks Unlimited Television is presented by Drake Waterfowl Systems, innovators in waterfowl hunting. Mossy Oak Properties, America's land specialist. Browning Firearms, the best there is. Native Nurseries, hand-selected, hand-grown plants for wildlife. Higdon Outdoors, quality, customer service, innovation, that's Higdon. Bird Dog Whiskey and Cocktails, bringing award-winning flavor to every moment. Enjoy responsibly. DUTV is brought to you by Ducks Unlimited's Conservation for a Continent campaign. Our wetlands, our legacy.
The lifeline for the ducks on the island is water. We have 11 wells that we start pumping up in November, usually somewhere between the 1st of December and Christmas. The river will get high enough for us to start using our water hog pumps, which they both pump between 30 and 40,000 gallons a minute. So we have the ability to pump 60 to 80,000 gallons a minute onto this farm to be able to get the water up fairly quickly once we're able to do that and get it spread out over so many acres. We're going to take out some of the fields out of agricultural production and put them back into trees just to provide a little bit different habitat than having all food. But we wanted to make sure we had the ducks have the food primarily, and then they would get resting areas and other places along those lines elsewhere.
Stepping foot on the island and seeing what these guys have done, what that means to me from a conservation standpoint is fulfillment. Ducks Unlimited as an organization has purchased private lands in the past, converted them back to what they need to be, and then hand them to a state agency, whether it be Arkansas Game and Fish, Tennessee Department of Natural Resources, and let them maintain that once we get it back into that pristine shape. But at the same time, we've also helped individuals like Rusty come in and engineer and do a lot of that stuff as well. So for wetlands, there are way more private landowners than there are public lands. That's why it is extremely important for Ducks Unlimited to work with private landowners, just because there's so many more acres that are privately owned than there are publicly owned.
Rusty's planted over 1,200 Mossy Oak native nursery oak trees. I planted 480 of them myself around 2 years ago. People are like, why are you planting those trees or whatever? I can imagine what it's going to be like here on this island, because we can both visualize our kids and our grandkids go over and lean up against one of them big oak trees at some point, and them acorns being in the water and wood ducks zipping through the timber and mallards coming from the heavens landing in there eating them acorns. It's a vision. It's not about today. Sometimes it's not about tomorrow. Sometimes it's about generations, and having that vision to make sure that generations from now, this property, your property, my property, is as good as it can be. And that vision is very, very strong here on the Island 34.
Flowing through the heart of North America, the Mississippi River has shaped the land, people, and wildlife of this continent for centuries. It's also the backbone of the Mississippi Flyway, one of the most important migration routes for waterfowl. The Mississippi River watershed spans 1.24 million square miles across 31 states and 2 Canadian provinces. It supplies drinking water to more than 20 million people in 50 cities, and over 90% of the nation's agricultural exports originate here. Ducks Unlimited works across the vast watershed, meeting ecological and economic challenges head-on. In the northern headwaters, we restore wetlands and protect vital grasslands. Along the major tributaries, we promote sustainable agriculture through grazing and soil health initiatives. And in the Mississippi Alluvial Valley, we restore bottomland hardwoods that are critical to waterfowl, flood mitigation, and agriculture. DU's Mississippi River Resilience Program combines all of these efforts, connecting conservation to broad benefits for people, wildlife, and the land itself. Our work strengthens the health and resiliency of the Mississippi River Basin, now and for future generations. To learn more how you can help Ducks Unlimited protect this iconic watershed and the flyway it supports, visit ducks.org.
DU Insights is brought to you by Mossy Oak Properties. Find your favorite place at mossyoakproperties.com.
What are we doing today?
Well,
We got a little panel blind action.
yeah, panel blind action. We have a few
Down here you call them skid blinds, though, don't you?
skid blinds, look like sleds.
Yep.
You know, metal sleds, but we're got a few places that have a little bit of corn left, and the ducks are really feeding on those. They just happen to be places where we don't have blinds right now. Anyway, we moved those skid blinds in, and hopefully be on the X this afternoon.
Yeah, should be good. So day 3 here at Island 34. Today's the day that I realized how much Rusty really enjoyed the success that Island 34 was having and is having. Because I looked over there, man, he was like a kid in a candy store. He was hunting right to my left. I looked over there at one time, he was just in a trance looking up, watching all these ducks. And that's super, super special because the amount of time that he took out of his life right here on this island and the betterment of waterfowl and the betterment of conservation. And he was truly enjoying the fruits of labor today. The hunt was good, but I think the most important part about the hunt today was looking over there and seeing that big smile on Ruste Via's face, for sure. Kill him.
The satisfaction I get is being able to go out there and see 400,000 waterfowl, which is what we've had on this island this year, this waterfowl season. Just in the 3rd week of January, we were holding anywhere from 350 to 400,000. My justification is walking up those stairs right there and looking out at 10,000 ducks and geese in the back of the lodge and looking at the whole farm and just seeing what the amount of waterfowl that's using it and benefiting from it. They got him. We missed him.
We missed him.
They got him. We missed him.
Us old dogs ain't shooting too good.
Yeah, that right there.
I thought that was a clean wife. I missed 2 times. Went to the weapon. Thank God for them young boys. Cleaning them up for us.
Our dogs are athletes, and they put enormous stress when they're working in the field and training on their skeletal structure, that's hips and joints. It's up to us as handlers to pay attention to their specific needs for their wellness and longevity. Let's look at some of our protocols that we think are very important Right from the start, do not allow a dog to become overweight. Carrying too much weight, that's body fat, increases the chance of putting stress on the running gear. Take a look at Pappy here. He has a nice thin waistline, and you can barely almost see the outline and can certainly feel that last rib. This would be a proper condition for a sporting dog. Avoid high impact activity with a dog less than 15 months old. That includes running long distances, especially on hard surfaces. Jumping from high places. Think about loading and unloading from a high pickup. Or slipping and sliding on slick surfaces. It could be ice or even slick surfaces around the home, including concrete, linoleum, tile, or even hardwood. We also suggest providing a daily joint supplement to support mobility and joint health, like Perinaproplan's joint supplements. They're quite tasty treats that your dog will enjoy, but they don't destabilize the diet by adding fat. They are excellent for mobility and joint support. For body conditioning and muscle improvement, nothing beats swimming. It's low impact and it serves the same purpose. So take a few tips and think about how you can improve your dog's overall wellness through joint and hip conditioning. Overall, you can't beat swimming for body conditioning exercises that is very low impact. So follow these tips to support your dog's overall wellness and longevity.
Duck Dog with Mike Stewart is presented by Purina Pro Plan, nutrition that performs. Ducks Unlimited Television is presented by Browning Ammunition, the best there is. Biologic, scientifically proven wildlife products. Purina Pro Plan, nutrition that performs. Tetra Hearing, more than hearing protection, it's hearing perfection. Mossy Oak Properties, America's land specialist. Zinc Calls, a champion in every call. Home Title Lock, America's leader in triple lock home title protection. Closed captioning for Ducks Unlimited Television is brought to you by Mossy Oak Bottomland, the official timber pattern of Ducks Unlimited.
Brooks has been blowing duck call for about 2 years, and he's got a really good handle on it, but we're just going to try to refine as much as we can in a short period of time. So a hen mallard, when she quacks, it's almost like it sounds like a question, almost like what? Yeah. I use a quack a lot when I'm calling. I think it's probably one of the most underutilized sounds. There you go. See how it sounds? That sounds like a question. Yeah. See, when I move my hand, when I'm blowing air into my hand, I can feel the pressure, and then I open my hand as a note. If you're opening your hand just a hair too quick, watch my hand. A little bit of timing. There you go. Once you get a good solid quack, then you just move into a hen. The hen mallard on the water will do usually about 3 to 5 notes. So that's how you start. Start slow. Make sure your quacks are very realistic. And once you master that, and then try to go 2 notes, 3 notes, 5 notes. You can blow up to 10 notes if you're a long lane, you're pleading with them, trying to get them to come back, say the wind's blowing. Or maybe you got a bunch of ducks, a couple hundred yards away, and you're trying to call them back at you. You might want to go 8 or 10 notes. But if the ducks are coming to you, sounds as much like a live hen mallard as possible. 3 to 5 notes. Very realistic.
Duck Talk with Fred Zink is powered by Zinc Calls, a champion in every call.
So I'd say the overall experience on Island 34 is 1 out of 10. I'd say it's about 15. Maybe the top 20 destination spots for waterfowl in the entire United States. How good this place is, but it's just a fraction of what it's going to be. And I just can't wait to see 3 years from now, 5, 10, 15 years from now, what this place will become and how important it is for the annual migration, both north and south.
You kill him. Yep.
Good job.
That was good. That was good, man.
He gets in that blind. He don't pay no attention. He turns around. He's looking.
All right, we got 2 right here.
On the left. He's down. He's down. He's down.
Shoot. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, man. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
Sorry, it's 65 degrees. You know, we'll work on that weather next year.
Yeah. We can order something different next time.
When one man's dream becomes more ducks for everyone. That's right out of the North American model of wildlife conservation's playbook. Special thanks to Ruste Via for sharing his outstanding efforts on behalf of waterfowl and his hard work and serious investment of both time and dollars benefiting natural resources. From all of us at DUTV, thanks for watching and see you again soon.
This week on DUTV, we are in Tennessee at Island 34, Mr. Ruste Via. And
Ruste Via.
Via? Is that how you put it? Okay. I never heard it. I just read it.
That's all right. It's Via like the A is silent.